Let me start by saying that this is a very sad occurrence for us in the national security team. We feel very sad because our duty is to make sure that lives are protected, and land issues can easily be resolved peacefully. It shouldn't be really lead to any loss of life. Investigations are not yet done or even complete because we need to establish the circumstances under which the 5 civilians died, and if as has been suspected that police officers were involved, what was the circumstance that the police officers engaged the civilians, and whether the situation it was warranted that kind of force, and therefore the investigations will determine whether there is excess use of force, and if there was excess use of force, who was responsible. Surveyors were on the ground with the provision of security being given by the police officers to implement that decision and to make sure that they deal with the necessary boundaries that will enable them to resolve the problem. Unfortunately, as we now understand, the local community living around that area interpreted it to mean that their land was being taken away or they were going to be evicted. As a result, there was a mobilization of so many young people. We cannot really confirm the numbers, but it's estimated that it's in thousands, maybe 1,000, 1,500 or 2,000, who came and attacked the surveyors and the police officers who were on site. As a result of this fight, it is now projected that 5 people have died. The reason why we cannot really confirm the number now is that the calm has not been fully restored in the area to enable security officers to establish the real facts. But from the information we have is that 5 civilians have lost their lives, sadly, and that 5 police officers are injured, and one of which is a critical injury because he has an arrow lodged in his head, and it has taken a long time to also evacuate that police officer to a hospital because of the situation around there. Let me start by saying that this is a very sad occurrence for us in the national security team. We feel very sad because our duty is to make sure that lives are protected, and land issues can easily be resolved peacefully. It shouldn't be really lead to any loss of life. Investigations are not yet done or even complete because we need to establish the circumstances under which the 5 civilians died, and if as has been suspected that police officers were involved, what was the circumstance that the police officers engaged the civilians, and whether the situation it was warranted that kind of force, and therefore the investigations will determine whether there is excess use of force, and if there was excess use of force, who was responsible. The also investigation will establish whether the persons who perpetrated these acts against also the police officers, what was their motive, and why did they do it, and who are they. So on both sides we are going to do thorough investigations. We are also going to deal with every person who is involved in inciting violence or using force to resolve issues. So for now, I just want to say our condolences to all the families of those who lost their loved ones. Our sympathies are with all those who are injured, including the police officers, and we pray for quick recovery for everyone who is injured. We have done everything possible to reinforce the security in the area. We will continue doing so over the night because the situation is still volatile. We request with all humility, our citizens from that area. We want to assure them that no one under the watch of this administration will be able to take away an inch of any of the citizens' property, none. And therefore, there is no need for them to take law into their own hands, because the government of Kenya exists to provide security for citizens and their property. And therefore, the misguided propaganda that land was being taken away from rightful owners unlawfully, I want to assure them that not under this administration, and we will not allow a situation where there will be unlawful taking of land from any citizen. Therefore, there is no need to fight. There is no need to cause violence. There is no need to barricade police posts. There is no need to attack police officers. And I'd like to also ask our police officers to make sure that in every situation, even as they continue managing this situation, they must restrain themselves and use only reasonable force that is necessary to contain the situation.
Probably was here Steve Ochino for the Nation. There was a long court process before this came.
Yes.
To.
Yeah.
Have you reached out to the judiciary perhaps to expedite the case following this, and what stage had the court case reached before they opened for arbitration? Unfortunately,
from us in the security sector, we haven't really been following the detail of the case. So ours is confined to law and order. But the information they're trickling in is that the already court process had advanced to the stage of arbitration. And I am also told, which information I can't really confirm, that there was a consent recorded that to enable settlement of this problem. The surveyors, as I understand, went there as a result of this consent to help these communities get resettled. So I think the real problem in this situation is the misunderstanding, the fear that land was being taken away. If there was no such fear, then I don't think citizens would have attacked police officers or the surveyors, which I insist now here and request citizens that let's do this through peaceful means, and that land is a fixed asset. No one can run away with it, so there is no need to kill or to fight over it. I want to request them to go back to their homes and then to give us the space to now convene a meeting that we can listen to the concerns they have, not in the environment that violence is prevailing. And the police officers are really in a very awkward situation because they did not go there to take anybody's land. They went there to at least help resolve the problem. They went there also to support the surveyors to do their job, just the way they are supporting all other departments of government to do their job. Unfortunately, they find themselves in this situation, and in the process of responding, we now find ourselves in a situation where we have to investigate what exactly happened and who really committed what kind of a crime. So I really feel very sad. Losing 5 lives, 6, 7, 10, or whatever lives is serious. I mean, losing 1 life is very serious, but needlessly losing 5 lives and then discover later it was just based on a propaganda, it is unbelievable. It is really sad. For us who have come from Kerio Valley, they are dealing with banditry. We find this is really unfortunate that in a situation where, in an area which was peaceful, in an environment where community was not fighting another community, citizens are attacking police officers. They could have reported them. There was no need, because it is not the police officer who want to take land or so. This is just surveyors trying to provide boundaries for this land. I am also told that about 6 vehicles have been banned. So by the time we are reaching that stage, I think that it is needless. I really appeal for calm so that as from tomorrow, our senior officers who will visit the place can have the opportunity to assess the situation and find ways of restoring full normalcy in the area, and also to give leaders a chance and to give the ministries responsible also a chance to go to the ground and resolve this issue amicably.
Any hint of who mobilized the youth?
Not so far. It's still early to know exactly who could have mobilized youth, but I have seen some videos going around where there are clips by some people some 2-3 days ago alleging that they would be there was going to be an invasion of land and so forth. I think perhaps such kind of information could have really heightened tension and incited people. So since it will be wrong and irresponsible on my part to speculate on who exactly did it, we leave it to the law enforcement agencies to really unearth who exactly was involved, and if it was organized, who organized it.